Good morning, everybody. We Paddy from across the shock, and I think I'm about a day late for a video. It's the longest I went for a long time. But good morning. I've got a lovely little knife for you this morning. I gave you a hint of what it was last week. Well, I didn't give you a hint. I showed you. And this is the knife I've carried this week, along with my main blade, and I've carried it all week, every day. I love it. So that's it. That's a review done. This is a little cracker. Everybody knows I love my secondary knives. And this has got to be now up with my favourite secondary knife. It is this beauty you see before you here. This is the Tucson. You can see that there. It's the Tucson TS81. And this little beauty is D2 steel titanium frame. And the blade in it is about 3mm thick. It cuts like a dream. It comes down to quite a thin edge. It starts off about 3mm and comes down to quite a thin edge, as you can see there. So it's great for cutting. Now, what else am I going to tell you about this? The size of the knife. Let me just pull this back out a wee bit and we'll get more of a look. And it gives you more of an idea of just how dinky this little knife is. The cutting edge is just over about 2 1/8, and its full length is about just over 5 inches. So in that metric sort of stuff, it is, the cutting edge is about 5.5 centimeters, and the overall length is just on 13 centimeters. Now, I have put this wee beauty through so much this last week, you wouldn't believe. I'm just going to give you a weight and then I can get this out of the way. We'll give you it in, I'll turn this around so you can see it. I'll give you it in grams first. In grams, it weighs 53.7, so say 54 grams. And then we shall go to the real money. Oh, I'm so bad with this thing. Ounces we're at, there we go. And in ounces it is 1.8, 1.9, so about 1.9 ounces, which you just don't feel. There is a pocket clip on it, a very strong pocket clip on it, I may add, which is going nowhere. I'll bring you in a bit closer now and we'll get a wee bit of a closer look at this wee knife. Now, I love the pattern on it. The Tucson, because such a small knife, it looks huge across there, but it's the only thing on the blade except for the D2, which you can see there. It's a frame lock. It locks up about, that's about 40%. Let me just get that around. It's about 40%. Really solid lockup. Flow through construction, and there is only 2 screws. You have your main pivot screw and a back screw here, which is also holds in your clip. I had it apart completely yesterday and cleaned it, because this screw came a bit loose. It comes out with such a thwack, and I'll show you in a minute. This screw got a bit loose and I put some blue Loctite in, and the day I done it I was rushing and I put too much in and it actually seeped on into the bearings, and I wondered why I was getting sticky and not opening so good. So I took it apart yesterday, cleaned it all. It's 2 screws, it takes 2 seconds to take it apart. It's cage bearings, and it is a dream to open. And I think that's why it loosened. Now I have it locked again now, so it really is. Look at that. Listen to that sound of that little knife. Yeah, it's hard to believe that little knife can come out with such authority. It is just a dream to flick out. Absolute beauty. I have cut boxes, cardboard, paper, just anything, bits of material. I've cut everything with it. It is absolutely so easy to use. I'll come out and I'll show you. I mean, I rubbed it with a strop last night and that's all I done, and it's back to just shaving sharp again. Absolutely beautiful. It just goes through anything. So as a secondary knife, was it useful? When I had this on me, I didn't have to use my main blade. And that's the truth. Now, bearing in mind, granted, I've only been doing sort of household tasks, so I probably wouldn't have needed to use it. But I haven't had to, because this has cut it with D2. And I know it's a small little blade, it's just over 2 inches. But for around the house, that's all I have needed. I haven't needed to use a big blade. So we'll give you some size comparisons, because I think that's what you need to see. And here we have the Dragonfly. So it's the Dragonfly. If I put that behind it, you'll see the Dragonfly is longer than it. The Dragonfly has a longer handle because you've got that forward choil. But that's the Dragonfly. And here's my other favourite little small knife, as we all know. And it's the little bean knife that I have. I love that knife. There's not much difference in size between these two. There's a bit more cutting edge in the Tucson, but they're two completely different carrying knives for me, although I can use this one because it's S35VN. The Dragonfly is easier to handle, easier to hold, no doubt about it. This has got a forward choil, easier to hold. But as far as for flickability, playability, this beats the two of them. It is an absolute little stunner. Now, I can only get 3 full fingers on it, and then my other finger is just, obviously, it misses it completely. So it actually curls in quite nicely. There's no jimping on it, but even when I was cutting cardboard, I didn't feel that I lost control, no matter how thick this sort of cardboard. Now, I didn't do any huge big boxes. I'm talking more cereal boxes and things like that. I didn't feel that I had lost any control over the knife because of its size. The other two do have that forward choil, and it makes a difference if you want to do a bit heavier cutting. This doesn't. But I just loved this knife, and I found myself carrying it more like that. That was just trying to get my hand around to show you. If I can let me do it. I find myself putting it in my hand, but carrying it more like that and pinching the blade or putting my finger up there. And that seemed to be a nicer way for me to cut or carry. And I don't mind. I don't care how I hold a knife, as long as it does the job. That's it. So would I recommend this little knife? Yes. I don't recommend it for heavy work, although with a D2 blade, it'll cut most things. But I would recommend it, you see, for something to sit and fiddle with. The lock's lovely. Its bearings, it just flicks out with authority. You get so much pleasure out of doing that. And when you close your hand, nobody can see it whatsoever. It's completely enclosed in your hands. Beautiful. Solid, beautiful, so well made. As with all Tucson knives, I've got a couple now, and they are absolutely stunning. So, I give it a huge thumbs up, for the simple fact that it's a sort of knife that you can play with during the day. If I'm sitting on the train, I would take it out and play with it. And it's so small, it couldn't offend anybody. It couldn't scare them. It's just a pleasure to play with. I've done M this morning a lot, you see, because I have gone an extra day. I've forgotten what I'm supposed to do. There's a little bullet pen as another length comparison, and that's it. The Tucson TS81, I highly recommend it. I think they're about $40 roughly, $35, $40. I'm not sure. The price on these does fluctuate up and down. I know AliExpress did them. I don't know whether they've got any at the minute. And some of the other sites, the Chinese sort of sites, would do them. But if you look around, you can find anything. So, take care, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry it's a wee bit longer before my video this week. We'll catch up. Subscribers, I've got quite a few new subscribers this week. That old fellow over there at Love Them Knives, Mr. LTK, gave me another shout out in the channel. So every time he does that, I get more subscribers. So a big thank you to him. Thank you to all my new subscribers. And please comment so that I get to know you. And that's the way it is. I'm not sure. If you haven't got a channel, I can never go back in and find you. So please comment on the next video like this one that's come up. If you're a new subscriber, just say hello, let me know your name, and over the next few months we'll get to know each other. There's a big giveaway coming up very shortly at 500 subs. I'm hoping that's going to be probably a week away. If things go well, it doesn't really matter, a week, 2 weeks. But you are all welcome to join in, and there'll be 3 different ones. I explained that before. I'll not go through it. I'm waffling. I'm doing the Paddy. Let's finish and add another 5 minutes in the video. Take care, everybody. Top of the morning to you all, and I'll see you very shortly. Bye.